Thanks, bro. What up, Jobins? Episode 111. History was made last night. Holy shit. Brenden's still high off it, huh?
I am still in
Buzzing?
disbelief at just... We did witness greatness in the making.
We did. Jobins had episode 111 recorded last week. Computer technical difficulties. Shout out Sugar Shane. Got us a new laptop.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much.
It was so cool the way he does it, dude. Jobins, the way Sean always does this shit, you never know what's coming. Says he's, this was about a week and a half ago now. He comes over, he's like, yeah, hey Schmidt, we're doing a Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul fight prediction. I'm like, okay, bet, champ. Comes over, we say some funny stuff. I'm walking away after I say something, and he goes, Schmidt, never mind, this actually isn't a Jake Paul Tommy Fury prediction. This is a sponsoring BrendenSchmitty Show with a brand new laptop. And I was like, what the fuck? Jobin, it is so fast.
It's an upgrade.
It makes my fucking old-ass computer look like a 1950s. The way it runs, the processor on it. God. Except, Jobins, my dumb ass still hasn't figured it out yet. I use Audacity. Maybe let me know in the comments. I use Audacity, and for some reason it won't pick up my second mic on my MacBook. So... shout out to the old computer. We're still using it for Audacity, but all my editing and everything for right now is on the new MacBook.
Yeah, we'll get it all figured out. Maybe just a Mac OS issue there. Who knows?
Sean was like, dude, Sean was over gaming today, Jobins. He's like, hit up JX. I hit up JX. JX was like, no, hit up my boy. I had to hit up another boy. Dude. Boy, he hit it. It's like, dude, technical shit sucks. It's not fun. Be annoying, especially when it's the littlest shit.
But at least when we're at least learning is fun though.
Oh yeah,
I learned a few things.
Yeah.
Like terminology, a DAW. Didn't know what that was. Digital audio workstation. Whoa.
Look at you go. You're a quick learner too. I'm very proud of you with that.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, it is true. Once we figured this out, Jobins, the nice thing is we'll have it figured out, so we won't have to learn again. But it's figuring out that could be just such a pain in the ass. So I'll figure it out. Thank you. Shout out to the champ. Thank you for fucking hooking us up. Unbelievable. Because I did edit all our weed videos with it. And damn, it's lightning fast. That's why I can't wait tonight when I do this podcast. I can't wait to see how fast it processes the whole episode.
It's like going from my iPhone 7 to an iPhone 12
For
right
real,
away
dude.
like I did.
For real.
Let's go. Thank you, champ.
Yeah. Dude, you went on Tim's podcast, the good old Red Hawk recap.
Yeah, the Red Hawk recap was a lot of fun.
How'd that go? How did Timbo treat you?
He treated me well, like one of the boys, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like he talked about what I was doing, like my goals, my dreams. We had a call-ins with some the prompt was, what's the craziest thing that you believe in? There's some people that believe in some crazy things, Jobins. You know, flat earth was one of them. A guy didn't believe that we've ever taken photos of the earth outside of, you know, in space. I guess.
Yeah, I don't get the flat earth one.
Craziness.
Maybe we're dumb.
Yeah, who knows? I haven't done my research into it, so I'm not going to call him an idiot or anything. But it was crazy.
Dude, this was the first time you've branched out off the pot by yourself, right?
Well, I was actually on a Red Hawk recap a long time ago. Actually,
Were you?
When we had first come down? It was a while ago though, bro.
Damn, yeah, I just forgot. I thought this
you know
was the
what?
first time.
You know what? It wasn't the Red Hawk recap. It was the Timbo Sugar Show.
You went on the Timbo Sugar Show by yourself?
Yeah, one time. It was a long time ago. Because I remember I had danced at the opening of the podcast.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, but much love to all the Jobins that gave positive love and everything on there, too. That was cool.
Dude, you just killed it. I thought you absolutely killed it. I was so proud of you. I don't know why I thought this was your first time, but oh well.
You were right, though. On the Red Hawk it is.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it was just because you got more of a spotlight there. Because it was just you and Tim. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was really cool how all the questions Tim were giving you the spotlight like that. Everyone loving you on the comments. That was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You killed it. And I'm proud. I told Tim, you need to have him on it as a regular, dude. And all the Jobins want you on as a regular.
Yeah, that
You're
would
very
be awesome.
my little buddy's well spoken.
Hey, well, when you're around greatness, you know you kind of develop those skills. So let's go. It's a team effort.
It made me, I'm like, man, I just want to start doing a podcast where I'm just asking you questions now all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, I'll try to answer it.
Maybe every week I just need to start thinking of some questions where I'm like, you know what? This segment of Asking Brenden would be kind of fire.
Yeah, if it's in like there's a lot of stuff I could probably answer, but
And stuff
maybe give me a heads up too though, in case it is something I don't know.
You seemed really good on the spot though.
Mm-hmm.
You did really well. I'm proud of you. So good shit for that. Thank you, Tim, for having my boy on.
Yeah, thank you.
That
Timbo.
was fire. So Jobins, Jon Jones. We'll get into the fights, but I'm just enjoying my eyebrows right now so much. I had to put them on the line.
That might be the ballsiest bet I've ever seen you make. That I've never made that ballsy of a bet. I'll be honest.
Was it? It was
Yeah.
again. It was for Jon Jones.
That
How
doesn't matter.
ballsy.
This could have been so the other way
I know,
around.
I
It
could
could
be
have been the
sitting here.
other way around, fam.
Dude, I could be sitting here one fucking brow. I would have had a hat on. For the pod, I probably would have kept it. I would have been like, accepted it. But going at work, walking around, I definitely would have had a hat.
Thank you for making the bet though, because all of us were on the edge of our seats for sure.
Yeah.
Even more so.
Oh, you guys were on the edge of your seats. It was weird. I was so nervous. Like, it wasn't until the co-main that I was like, oh, fuck, this is getting real. And then I was like, yo, Tim, can I back out of this fucking bet? And he's like, no, fam, you're sticking with it. Mm-hmm. And then he's coming up to me at certain points. He'd come up to me like, no running. And he goes, you better not move when we shave your eyebrow. He goes, we're going to hold you down. And then right before the fight started, Sean's like, Schmidt, give me your key.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Because they literally thought I was going to leave.
They would really have held you down.
Oh, I know. I really would have tried to have ran. But, okay, yeah, so the bet was Jobins. If Jon Jones wins, I get 2 of these eighths and $200.
Mm-hmm. And those are high quality strains.
Shit. We'll get into that in a second. We'll get into those in a second. Because this shit right here, Jobins. This shit right here, Jobins. This is it. That's the shit Schmidt loves. So, yeah, if Jon Jones wins, I get that. If he loses, I was trying to get Tim to bet the eyebrow. Tim's Mr. Eyebrow Better, but he never wants to make the eyebrow bet himself. He'll always opt out with money. What about, because I'll actually go, okay, accept it. And then he'll go, okay, well, what if I give you $200? And then I didn't want to do it at first. I was like, fuck that. And then they made a bigger bet, which was like $800. But then he wanted to shave all my facial hair. Mm-hmm. But then Sean was like, not feeling that one. So then went back to the original. And I felt strong. And I said, I accept.
Shook his hand right on camera.
Right on camera.
Garrett recorded the whole thing. There was no getting out of it.
Yeah. And then I was fucking nervous the whole night. It kind of took the fun away from the fights a little bit for me because now I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I was kind of stressing all night. And then I love fucking with Sean because obviously every time we go over to Sean's Jobins, his internet isn't the best. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we kind of have choppy fights sometimes. And I love Sean will get so upset when I just start going, God, who wants to go to, we should go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll look over at Tim and Tim will go, yeah, right. And I go, you know, Tim, a house should be valued with Wi-Fi. Like if it doesn't, it could be this nice giant house, but if it has shit Wi-Fi, that's like what? What do you think? He's 75%. Yeah. 75. Yeah, we're just laughing, making those kinds of jokes. And Sean will go, this guy is the most ungrateful guy.
Dude, we were just like, let's go back to the Jobin house. We could watch it better. And he was just like, okay, you guys can go and you guys can go watch it.
Yeah, you guys can go watch it.
You're right. That do upset him.
Oh, I love it. But of course, Jobins, I would much rather be all together with all you guys having a good time. The fights are going to happen. We can always recap them.
Hey, we got it to work.
Oh, yeah. But it's just funny to fuck with Sean like that. He fucked with me so much. I got to give it back.
Only fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, sure enough. Then at the end, Jobins, so I won. We all know. I won. At the end, Sean changed it. He goes, you can have another eighth, $100 less. I'm like, you know me too well, Jobin. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take that eighth, blood.
And plus, this is like shit you just can't get easily, too.
Yeah, no.
So it's actually like makes more sense than money.
Right? And it's really good, high-quality, healthy weed. So, you know your boy's going to take it. And after the story... Sorry about that. After the story I tell you about it, it's even cooler. But, yeah. Great night with the boys. Great night of fights. Won that. Super excited. You were more excited than I felt like than me, because for some reason, right when the fight started, I got calm, and then now I can't even like. Maybe I wasn't calm because now I'm trying to like piece the fight again, or it was just so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I just couldn't even. I don't think anyone could have been ready for what happened.
I know, but you fucking jump up. You're like, oh yeah. It was like Sean winning the fight. How excited you were. You're jumping up in my arms. I'm just like, in my head, I'm going, oh, thank God. But then, it's with Jon Jones. So how crazy of a person was I? Because yeah, I put my brows on the line.
Dude, you were really crazy. No one knew for sure that was gonna go down like that. I was really worried he was gonna get knocked out by Cyril Gane because of just how big that dude is also. But
Yeah.
man, he made it. Oh man,
Would you ever put your brows on the line?
never.
Never.
Not
even something
I
like
told
that.
you that night. I was like, never make a bet unless you're willing to lose what you're betting.
I know when you
And
said
I'm not
that,
willing to lose my eyebrows.
I know, and that hit me. Always be willing to lose what you bet.
Mm-hmm.
I was not willing to lose these brows. That's all I got, Jobins. I don't have hair. I'm surprised. Schmitty don't have hair. But so I need my brows and I need my beard.
Dude, even people with a full head of hair need eyebrows. You look weird without them.
What do you guys think about Doja Cat?
I hate that look.
Really?
Doja Cat was like
I
a
thought she was
9,
kinda
a 10.
cute.
She was so beautiful. Now she's like a 3.
I know, and I can make my eyebrows dance and shit. And like I kind of talk with my brows, like, hey, ladies. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, when you're something scared. So I don't know. I'm very expressive with my eyebrows.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine I'd look like that. Sean was like, Schmidt, you look like the head of a penis with that.
Well, you like that one guy that has alopecia in freaking Barry.
Yeah, I
Hank,
would.
Hank
Yeah.
from Barry.
I
That guy
love
has
that
no
guy.
hair. So you
Yeah.
might look like him without no eyebrows.
Yeah. Which would be okay because that guy's awesome.
But everybody knows.
Your name. Dun, dun, dun. We did. Well, you did kind of, or was it just me and Sono that put our brows on it with Tim with the speed dating?
I did not put my brows on that. But I would put my brows on that. We're definitely doing that.
Yeah, that's why. Because again, Jobins, me and Sono put our brows on this. Sean and Tim want us to do the speed dating. They originally wanted me just to do the speed dating, and I'm sorry, Jobins, I don't have the balls to do it by myself. I'd be very nervous to go in there by my. Hats off. If you're someone in there that just loves that shit, who knows? Maybe we all do it. We have fun. We're like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. Once I do it a couple times, like, oh, yeah, I could do it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But hats off to you people who do that by yourself because that takes a lot of balls. Could you do it by yourself?
Man, it's so unexplored territory. We don't even know what to expect still.
I really
We
don't.
have no idea who's going to show, what girls are going to show up to this. Women, 25 to 39. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could be all 39-year-olds, like I was saying on the Red Hawk recap. Who knows?
So we're going on speed dating. When I think of speed dating, dude, I think of 40-year-old virgin.
Mm-hmm, that's what comes to mind.
Yeah, but actually, it's kind of the way I remember 40-year-old virgin is the girls were all coming to them. Though maybe it's just the way it was edited. I don't know. What we're doing is the girls are all sitting there and we go to them. We have enough time with them. Boom, 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 boom. Call it a night.
I think that's what happened in
Was it?
40-year-old virgin. I don't think like the cuts were enough to know either way.
True. I need to go back and watch.
It's a good movie.
I know. I kind of want to go back and watch it before we do this, just to be like. But I'm excited about it, dude. I'm just go in there, have fun, right? We're probably more than likely never gonna see these girls again, and
More than likely.
yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be drinks and shit.
There's definitely a bar there.
See, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, you probably need to loosen up a little bit if you're gonna do speed dating.
Right?
It's probably not the easiest.
And you just
thing.
go and you just talk. You just go and you find out about them.
Mhm.
They'll find out about
I'm getting
you.
more and more confident that I'm gonna spit the most game out of all you boys.
Out of all of us.
Tim was saying it on the pod. He was just like coaching me up, making me feel ready for this. I don't know. I think I'm gonna pull.
I think I'm gonna do the best.
I love it. See, that's confidence meeting confidence. Let's go.
What are we gonna count? Who gets the most numbers? Instagram followers
I think both of those are
Both?
valid counts.
as one. You might not
Maybe
get the
even
number.
two. We could do two little
But you got the
competitions.
gram, might not got the gram, but you got the number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, a couple weeks, Jobins, we're going to do that. It's gonna be fun. Brock, Sono, and Brenden, all four of us are going to do it. Sponsored by the Timbo Sugar Show. Thank you guys.
Shout out, G.
Yeah, we'll try and make some kind of content out of it. I don't think we're gonna be able to shoot inside. I couldn't imagine that. And then plus also making everyone uncomfortable with the camera.
My question
want that.
is: it fair And to you too, Jobins, is it fair for us to be able to say that we have a podcast and stuff like that to try to pull?
Oh, I'm dropping it.
You're dropping it. You're dropping the.
Yeah, I'm like, that's my co-host. Like, yeah, you see that guy right there?
Yeah.
Co-host.
Because I'm like, I might be pulling some stuff like that. Try to increase my odds a little bit if I can.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or like, that's my younger brother over there.
Yeah. Okay. If there's no rules stopping from what I can say, then I think.
I know. Is there strategy to this? Can we try and I'm like, yeah, this next guy you're about to talk to, he doesn't.
I don't think I think we should agree to not sabotage each other. I don't think that's cool because I think that would just backfire for everyone.
Like, just ask him 5 truths, 5 lies. See what he says. Just start saying. Ask him about this.
I'll play this game.
Yeah. Like, why don't you ask him about this? And just give a situation or what a belief is.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's dangerous, but he might have killed somebody.
Yeah. Ooh. But no, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. A little nervous. We'll go get some fits before.
We'll see.
Let us know in the comments, Jobins. Would you go on a speed date? Let us know. If you have, what was your experience like?
And maybe we should wear something crazy. Maybe I should wear something silly. Maybe just make an impression on him too.
Dude, Sean's talk it makes me so excited when he talks about it. His barn dominium. You better make sure you say that too, Jobins. You can't just call this anything. It's a barn dominium. Yeah, and there's nothing else because if you don't call it that, you're gonna get smacked. But it's gonna be fucking epic, dude. This thing is gonna be fucking insane. Sean's project. I can't wait. And just imagine if he had a room for like skits and shit, for like with old school speed dating shit, or like the booths where the girls would come in and ask questions, or even if we had Sean and we did something where we like we somehow got 100 girls or something, and then he had to go through them all through like funny questions and shit to pick one.
That would be so. That barn dominium is gonna be so sick, man.
Dude, it's
like
gonna be
Rob
insane.
Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, right?
Yes.
That's kind of like what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, dude, I don't care. Sean, I'll do anything, blood. You already know me. I'll sweep them floors. I'll clean that bitch. I'll do whatever I got to do, baby.
Yeah, I think we'll both do janitorial duties.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll be security. I'll stand out that bitch with a gun all day. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, it's going to be lit. Our boy, man, what an entrepreneur. I just can never, he always surprises me with everything he does. The dude, I just can't, that brain. He's got a very special brain. Needs to be studied one day.
Well, he is a natural entertainer. The dude makes me laugh so hard sometimes.
Oh, yeah. It's so quick.
Yeah.
He gets it from his dad. Him, Mikey, Daniel, all of them. They're so quick. Even Michaela.
Yeah, there's a funny group.
But the dad, Papa O'Malley, he's quick with it. It's almost like I'd like to have like a little burner between them two, Papa O'Malley and Sean, and then like we have something fun go down between them two where they gotta do something. Ooh, a roast, O'Malley roast.
I don't.
What were those called on Comedy Central?
Those are called roasts.
Oh, okay, yeah, the
like
roast.
the roast of
Sean O'Malley.
Dude, I would love a roast of. That's not for a while though. You usually get a roast after you've when you're older.
We got all the O'Malleys. If we got Papa, Michaela, Daniel, and Mikey, and just them, and we just had them all roast Sean, it would be pretty funny.
Well,
and then he gets to roast, and then just like the show, he gets to roast them back.
He would have some good people on his panel already that are comedians. Like Brian Callahan could probably. Dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that he knows and Theo Vaughn, they could probably come up with some pretty good roast jokes.
Dude, that would be legendary.
Like, he could legit have
make a
really
roast.
good roast.
And would we have to call it something else because Comedy Central would get pissed that they're not involved?
No, not at all. Comedy Central did not invent roast, brother.
Really?
Dean Martin's roast, he had those all the time with Don Rickles. You know, I'm talking old school roast where they were real edgy because, like, freaking Richard Pryor was in those and stuff like that. Like, they said racist stuff, and like those people could take some serious offensive jokes. Yeah, you ever look at Dean Martin's like roast? They're good. My parents had the whole collection of a whole bunch of them, like 70s, 80s.
Look at you.
Yeah. So Comedy Central couldn't get us for that.
Okay. But look at you. Like, I need to prepare you with questions. Look at you go, baby. That was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, that's fire. So we won't have to worry about anything.
It would just be
Sean.
organizing the roast, and like maybe Comedy Central would pick it up. That would be crazy.
Right? Dude, Sean can DM a couple people on IG and schedule it, make that shit happen.
Mike Tyson being a roaster on there because he's already been roasted.
Yeah. Or just people that he's already, like famous people he's already had on his pod. What if he got one of the Nelk boys?
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
He's already been on roast too. In
Logan or Jake.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Mike?
There's. You got lists, man.
List.
And honestly, a lot of those guys should be doing roast. I'm surprised there's not a roast of Logan Paul.
Oh yeah. One day probably. I would imagine. You'd have to, right? Unless he just gets too pissed.
Oh man, you know you could get him on some all the shit he's been through. You'd have such an easy time roasting him.
Damn, look at us. But all right, Jobins, this shit right here, this weed right here, from Source Cannabis out in California. Dude comes out, shout out Johnny. Dude comes out, so Sean's like, hey, Sono, guy's flying in with a package. Can you sign him for the door? So, Jobins, you know us, and you know Suge. We have no fucking clue what's going to happen when things like that are said. You know what I mean? So we're like, I'm the first like 2 days, we're just like, who could it be? I'm kind of piecing together like, maybe it's Warlike. Maybe it's Warlike. But no, it wasn't. The guy started messaging Sono. They were actually talking about shit. I was like, damn. So we had no idea what was coming. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, cool ass dude comes up with a treasure chest of fucking weed. Just it was like Christmas.
A treasure chest.
Treasure chest,
I love
dude.
that.
Treasure chest. Literally this box that was like 1 out of 100 that they only give to like celebrities and shit.
Really?
Yeah, from what they make and everything. It was really cool. And it came open and there were 6 of these bad boys in there. And Johnny handpicked all of the nugs for Sean, put them in the jar himself, picked the best looking ones, picked their favorite best strains for Sean, and also had the same amount of dabs. And oh my God, the dabs smelled insane. They were crazy. Whole bunch of grinders, lighter holders, dab thingies, pretty much merch, a treasure chest.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, dude. And the guy was so cool. And his story, dude, was unbelievable. He'd be someone that I would love to have on the pod one day.
Just like going through adversity and stuff?
Bro, he was from Turkey. Dude had a dream and goal, Jobins. This is the shit I love. Dream and goal. Lives in Turkey. Has this dream of wanting to move to America. Everyone he knows back at home telling me stupid, dumb, don't do it. You're going to be nothing. You're not going to make it. He loved cannabis. Fucking moved here. I mean, I don't. He told we talked for probably almost an hour, and he spit so much shit at me, Jobins. I was like, dude, I'd love to have you on the pod. You need to maybe be on Tim and Sean's pod, just because it's chasing the dream, and when you are passionate about something, and you truly have the desire to push for it, Jobins, you can do anything. I strongly believe that.
That's awesome.
And this dude's a proof of it. Again, moved to America, started his company. He's 28 now. I think he did it when he was like 17, if I remember right. So he's been doing this for a long time. Very smart with marijuana, the way he was talking. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought I don't know shit. You know what I mean? He's like Cookie. Cookie's really... I wish Cookie would have came on the pod one day. Petrie, don't you do it, brother. Jobin, sorry, we got Watchdog on this alert, and he just popped up.
Yeah, man, he gets ready to bark at anything.
Pete? Lay back down and enjoy that nap.
Yeah,
that's what you're going to do. Doggy. You're going to lay down and enjoy. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. I'm proud. Good boy. Okay. But, fuck.
Well, you were talking about the Johnny from Turkey.
I know. Where was I exactly at, though? Okay, so he moved from here. He started doing his stint, went to school, met people, made connections, started his company. Dude, he was starting from the bottom up. Bottom fucking up. Now, the dude's riding private jets, delivering weed to celebrities.
I wonder where he got his love of cannabis, because I don't know if Turkey is like... Is it legal to have cannabis in Turkey? Because maybe not.
It's strict.
That's what I was going to think.
Yeah, dude.
So even more impressive that he had such a passion for it.
I know, and I don't really want to butcher his whole story. He's going to get on the pod here one day.
Yeah.
Because he was so cool. He was also, he was like, yeah, dude, I didn't know showing up. I'm like, I didn't know how you guys were going to be. I didn't know how, and he goes, you guys are so cool. He was wanting to take a dab with us, but our dab thing was so dirty. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, never mind. But he was really cool. I wrote some other stuff. Oh, all the weed that they grow he's saying that there's only a few companies that do this from how organic it is, the way that they grow it. Again, I don't want to butcher it, but there's a special way that they grow it to where it's super healthy and organic, and the stuff they use. No all, whole bunch, none of this, none of that, none of this. All the way to packaging, which is packaging for the shit, Jobins. I think that's what it's all about. When you have a good, like, prime, if you have good bud, now you got to have really good popping stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at Prime. Prime just pops. It looks good. It just does really. So I just think when you got stuff like that, like when Sean starts his marijuana company, I know it'll be something like that just pops. And
with the colors,
yeah,
and
it's all about marketing,
the branding, the design, the marketing.
Yeah, it's all about it. So it's just super cool and really good bud. And I didn't think that I'd end up with it.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some weed reviews off from Jobins, and we'll go out. Shout out to you, Johnny. Thanks for hooking Sean up. Sean, thanks for hooking me up with these bets with it. Mm-hmm. Oh, how'd I get the fourth one, Jobins? I'm sure a lot of you guys saw. I did a little run video for Sugar Shane.
Hey man, that was a good video. It was funny.
Yeah, it was easy. He's like, I'll give you one of these eighths, and you can pick it. I'm like, bet. He knows the way to me. He knows what I'll do.
You're running so funny too. The comments were great because you're like, he runs standing straight.
The one that cracked me up was he's running like he's holding in a fart.
Yeah,
that was a good one. The internet never loses, dude. Mm-hmm. Undefeated.
Yeah, someone's got a funny comment ready.
Oh yeah, dude. They're clever. But yeah, that was fun. It was always a good time making videos like that with Sean and the boys. Mm-hmm. Last week, Jake Paul. We didn't get to talk about it. You guys already know. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury recap. I just want to say, at the end of the day, everyone was shit-talking Jake Paul again. I respect it. At the end of the day, the dude was a YouTuber, Disney guy, had passion for boxing, made a lane for it, gave it his all. Didn't get his ass beat. Mm-hmm. Didn't get wrecked.
By no means. Split decision.
Yeah. So, and he faced a boxer. And I think he's handling his loss pretty well.
They're going to have a rematch, and they'll run it back.
Yeah. When you talk a lot of shit, he knew what he signed up for, and you could tell. Because he was being really funny about it with Logan. They were making some funny videos. I haven't watched the pod yet with Mike and Logan and Jake.
Even if we're going to say that he's not nearly as skilled as some of these other professional boxers, he's bringing the most eyes to boxing. So, you guys got to look at that.
How excited were we?
Very excited.
We don't even watch boxing. No offense to all the other people on the card. I just don't keep up with boxing, and I don't know any of the other people, unfortunately, on the card. Mm-hmm. But I'm here. I am excited for Jake Paul. So I'm giving credit where credit's due. I'm excited still. Who do you think he fights? Is it KSI?
For Jake Paul next? Yeah. He's going to do that rematch with Tommy Fury.
You think so?
He's going to run it back with Tommy.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have that clause in there, too. It's like there's no reason they don't run it back.
And everyone would be really excited to watch. Would you be excited to watch it?
Mm-hmm. Plus, he said KSI hasn't fought anyone serious enough for him to take that, even though he said it's a great fight. He said he would still take, it just makes more sense for Fury right now.
I want to try that KSI Prime. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's only in London, England, right?
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Damn marketing. They got us Americans wanting it. What do we have they don't have? Is there a Logan Paul flavor we're getting? Is there a Paul flavor?
I wouldn't be opposed. Dude, their energy drinks are killing it.
Dude, we can't even find the new flavors. That's how hot this fucking shit is. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Everyone wants the Prime. They got to be making a shitload.
And being official drink of UFC, that's big.
Dude, it's still crazy to see it when the fighters are weighing in and you just see that blue Prime. Like, whoa. It's pretty cool.
Maybe they'll take the energy drink game, too.
Right?
In the future. That's something that would scare me if I was Monster.
Yeah. All right, let's get in the little recap of these fights, dude. Because, Jon Jones, greatest of all time. Can't deny that, right?
Can't even. Yeah, there's no debate over GOAT.
I loved how Dana was like, he made it look like he was his little kid. What'd you think of that?
Man, as impressive as Jon Jones was, it's just like, I don't think Cyril Gane is the biggest test he'll have in the heavyweight division by any means. Mm-hmm. I think there's the opponents that come to mind that are going to be better for him is obviously Stipe and Curtis Blades.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm excited. I hope Jon Jones keeps fighting. They're talking like, oh, he might fight one more time, and then after that, we'll see. So it's like, dude, I'd like to see him go on another 4, 5, 6 fight tear.
If he wanted to, though, he could retire.
Right?
I mean, he's proved everything.
He's the GOAT. Would you retire right now if you're Jon Jones?
No, because I'd probably feel so freaking good about myself. I'd be like, I tapped that guy so easy with that guillotine choke. Like, it was nothing.
Right?
It was nothing.
Dude, everyone was giving Jon Jones shit about his weight and how he looked.
He's going to look even better for his next fight, too. But
Right?
yeah, he probably could look a little leaner next fight, look a little better. But that didn't stop him from performing
After
at
he
all.
won, I was like, that's what the body of a GOAT looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at Tyson Fury. His body ain't shit.
That is true.
He looks like a guy at a bar who would be fucking up people in bars for 40 years.
Tyson Fury is like 6'8", though.
Oh, I know. That's the guy you're like, okay, I'm not drunk enough to fuck with that guy. But yeah, dude, I'm like, that's the body of a GOAT right there, dude.
Damn, his grappling was like just leagues above, you know? So I already had a really good feeling about Jon, but he just reaffirmed it.
I was like, come on, Jon Jones, just end this shit right here for me because I was so nervous. And then literally as soon as I said it, he did it. And I was like, oh my God.
I was jumping in the air like, I can't believe what we just witnessed, like Muhammad Ali level shit now.
It really is, dude. Did you see that picture of when Jon Jones is walking away like this and Gon's just looking at him like, what the fuck? What do you think he was thinking? That's the motherfucking GOAT right there.
I don't know if Cyril will ever be able to shake off that defeat. And that was the biggest thing I was worried about because we did our predictions earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it didn't record and everything, Jobins, my biggest fear and still right now is I hope Cyril can come back better and stronger and learn from this and still have a good career, you know? Because I hate to see people get their souls snatched. You should still see Dominic Reyes hang over that, oh, I won mentality.
For me, when you lose to the GOAT, that wouldn't be as bad. Like, dude, that was Jon Jones. If all my friends, I get back home and everyone's like, dude, you just got embarrassed. I'm like, dude, it was Jon Jones. You go fight Jon Jones. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to come back. Next motherfucker's screwed. That's why I'm really interested to see with Usman and Leon Edwards.
Man.
Because that's one. Leon, I'm not trying to say anything bad against Leon Edwards, but he's not considered the GOAT or anything. He's really, really good. He's high class. At the same time, if I'm Usman, I'd be like, no, he's good. He got that. But I'm interested to see how he returns after losing.
Well, you know who I think gets hurt by this too that Sean was talking about last night? Francis Ngannou. His stock. You know, like I feel like that plummets because now it looks like the narrative's changed. Now it looks like he ran away. Now it looks like he didn't want to. And I'm like, that was the smartest thing you could have done was not be in the UFC anymore.
And then what about his comment? I didn't like it.
What was his
Did
comment?
he tweet? He said, "Good job, Johnny boy. Sincerely, the heavyweight king."
Oh my gosh.
Like annoying. But I loved what Johnny said back to it. He goes, Francis is a big old pussy. And he goes, all that muscle with a big ass pussy. And then he goes, oh, excuse me. I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Dude, Jon Jones' mental game would break Ngannou.
Yeah.
I just think he just has such that belief in himself that is like what Sean has too, you know, the belief in being the best and you speak it into existence. It really happens. You do the hard work and the preparation. On the countdown, he was like, he was watching the countdown from the last episode and was like, look at this guy playing FIFA. He should be practicing.
Yeah.
That's what happens, Cyril, when you're playing soccer.
Yep.
You get wrecked.
John straight up said it, dude. And man, what a journey we've been. It makes me, I'm like, damn, he's 35 and I've been watching him literally since he became the champ. Mm-hmm. That's scary.
If you were going to do another browse bet, the next Jon Jones fight is a browse bet. He is going to beat him before the championship rounds begin. Yeah. That's what he said. It'll happen.
Yeah. But what a journey with Mr. Johnny Bones Jones. Mm-hmm. What a fucking journey. And his resume, all the fights, all the shit that's happened that he's been through. I remember my buddy Josh getting upset because he's kind of talking the way that he used to talk in the beginning of his career right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, is that because he feels like most fans forgot about those days and like they don't remember? Because he's trying to get the fans back, and be a good boy. I imagine. Stay out of fucking trouble, please, Jon Jones. But then again, I'm not a rich, famous person, And I don't know how crazy life is when people are trying to get after you or what situations you're involved in every day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But please, Jon Jones, don't make stupid decisions.
Dude, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because, like you said it earlier, you're like, oh my God, he sounds like you sometimes, Brenden.
Mm-hmm.
Like on his post interviews, he's like, I'm just so grateful.
Uh-huh.
And I think that grateful mindset and the people that he's around right now
Uh-huh.
are really going to help him
I think so too.
to where I don't think something's going to be repeated like that. I
hope.
hope not. You know, he could
Right?
make a mistake again. Who knows? But with what he said and the energy he's bringing now,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in the right place.
Tim would call us pussies for this. It's like, who cares? He's like, who cares what he does? And it's like, well, just, I don't really care outside besides like when it comes to like, if you hurt others, if you're a bad person and you're hurting others,
Mm-hmm.
that's when it's like, okay, you gotta like, damn.
When you're actively breaking the law, that's when it's like, come on.
Yeah.
But I
Again.
like him.
Yeah. I hope that he turns this shit around because I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying what he was saying. I'm like, okay, maybe we got the old Jon Jones back. Maybe he's finally maturing, and we, fuck the past.
The competitor in him will always be there though, and he'll probably say the meanest shit. If Francis were to come back, I guarantee he'd be calling him pussy lips and stuff like that, and just going at him.
As far as I'm concerned, literally Jon Jones could kill any man he ever wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
But literally, the GOAT. It's so cool witnessing that. We didn't get the poster this time. I was a little sad, but oh well.
I know.
I tried calling some B-dubs and they were all gone already.
They were doing raffles for
They were
the
doing
damn
fucking
poster.
raffles for this one, dude. What the fuck? Oh well. But yeah, unbelievable. And everyone, the talk of the town is Jon Jones, dude. Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, that was historic as well.
When was the last time, Jobins, maybe let me know in the comments. When was the last, and I can look up too after this, but when was the last time a mistake led to a victory like that for a title fight?
I know that back spinning kick, how sloppy it was too,
Maybe,
and like her getting her back right there, and then
you know which one's hitting
boom,
me right
boom.
now, actually? Chris Weidman and Luke Rockhold. Remember that one?
What happened to Luke? I remember Luke
Was it-
Rockhold being on top of him and ground and pounding him to
But Chris
death.
Weidman kind of did something silly. Was it either a takedown or a spinning back fist? Let me know in the comments.
Ooh, it might be
I'm going to look up.
Yeah.
It was something weird that he did that Luke Rockhold was able to really capitalize on that changed the whole thing.
Either way, she definitely got caught throwing that spinning back kick.
Dude, she took that back so beautifully, took her down, executed. That was great. Mexico. Can you imagine being there right now, being a UFC, being like 17 and being a huge UFC fan in Mexico? You got your third champ.
Yeah, no kidding.
The
That would
first
feel-
champ crowned ever wasn't that long ago. Dana White's on the fucking press conference going, yeah, we're trying to build a PI there. We're trying to really build shit there. There's a buzz going on.
They've always had a reputation too, you know, Mexican fighters, Mexican boxers.
And they're fans, dude. It's like Brazil almost. It's like a smaller Brazil. Or who's bigger?
I'd say Brazil's gotta be like the freaking mecca of MMA.
Sports fans?
Just with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
Yeah. They get so fucking loud.
exploding from there.
Yeah. But yeah, really. And then, what'd you think? I hope we just kind of stopped talking about Alexa Grasso and Valentina.
Yo,
She
shout
did-
out to Alexa though.
Yeah.
Well-earned win.
Yeah. And what do you think they're going to do? She said that she'd give the rematch. Do you think they do the rematch right away?
I think it makes the most sense.
Yeah,
the
that's
rematch.
tough.
Because
That's
it was
tough.
such a division that she had like cleared out
Mm-hmm.
and it was on top of that. It only makes sense to give the old champ, the chance.
What's your mindset? You know, you're kind of like, man, I kind of lost the round a little, and then I was able to get that shit.
It's easy to come back from that one compared to Cyril Gons because it's like, I made a mistake. I threw this sloppy kick.
Mm-hmm.
I allowed her to catch my back. Cyril Gons is more like, I was dominated.
Would you be nervous if you're Alexa?
Oh, yeah, I'd be nervous because I'd be thinking about, you know, you're never safe. Juliana Pena proved that.
Right.
You know, like she beat Amanda Nunes, who we thought was untouchable, but Amanda showed us again why she's the champ.
Yeah. Sean was saying, he's like, you don't go to your feet like a bunny. She shouldn't have done that. I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
But how crazy. That was just, seriously. It was just really, that was like one of those, like, I was shocked more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because, like, sometimes when things like that it happen, you're like freaking out. But I was like, what the fuck? I think Garrett got it on camera too, because I'm just going.
That was in the 4th round too.
Was it?
That was a good fight, you know? Like, it was competitive, and Alexa tried. I think Valentina was winning the fight. I have to watch it again,
dude. For some reason, I thought that it happened in the
to
third.
really know.
Yeah, damn good fight. What'd you think of? Pretty cool. Jake Gyllenhaal filming this Roadhouse scene. What'd you think of that?
I am a big fan of the theatrics. I liked it,
dude. It just had me thinking, Jobins. I was a kid. I loved Bubble Boy. I loved Jake Gyllenhaal all growing up, and now look at him. And we love. It's just weird how like one love and another love meet, because this is what his 3rd, 4th film doing a fighting movie.
Well, he had
Probably
that. He had
third.
Southpaw, and then this one. What's like the other ones that I'm not thinking of?
There was another one with the Eminem song.
Isn't that Southpaw?
Southpaw. Wasn't there another one?
I thought he only had that one under his belt.
I thought maybe I just completely fucked
And now
that
he's
up.
got this second. Hey, 2's enough to where I'm
For
like, the
some
guy likes
reason,
fighting stuff.
He does. He does. I don't know why I was thinking he had another one. Maybe he does. I'm just blanking. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. Maybe.
There's a lot of actors though that are into like Brazilian jiu-jitsu,
Right?
like Russell Brand.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking post a lot of stuff on that. Tom Hardy wins competitions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if Jake Gyllenhaal knows how to knock some fools out.
He looked jacked, dude.
Yeah,
He's definitely.
he's like in his character's name,
Uh-huh.
saying his own like that. Dude, it's so cool to see actors do their craft
right. Imagine being there and being surprised by it.
and being like, "Whoa, that's not Jake Gyllenhaal. That's the character he's playing."
And now I can't wait to see the movie. They got me. Now I can't wait to see the movie because like, oh, that's when they filmed that Jon Jones fight. I'm maybe sit. Oh.
I really want to see Creed 3 though, and that came out.
Yeah, we do need to.
We have to check that out because I'm such a freaking Rocky Creed fan.
Yeah,
I would. We should check it out.
yeah. But and then they showed the footage of. Did you see it of the fight that Jake when they were in the cage actually fighting?
No, I didn't see them in the cage actually fighting.
Yeah, it's out there, so we're gonna talk about Jobins. But Jake Gyllenhaal is fighting the fighter. I'm blanking his name. Anyway, he comes out. Sweat came off Jake Gyllenhaal's head in one of the punches, and I'm like, damn, is he actually kind of hitting him a little? Because you can see it, right? But I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's probably like some WWE type shit.
How do they get the sweat to come off like that?
I know, right? Just the way the one punch. Heroin, not heroin.
Jay, that's a terrible last name. Your last name's Heroin? Haran, maybe?
So, yeah,
I don't know.
Sorry, Jobin. Sorry about that. Sorry, Jay. I'm so sorry. Fuck. But then Jake Gyllenhaal throws a flying knee, knocks him out cold, right? And then the ref is trying to separate him, but Jake Gyllenhaal just keeps pushing the ref off and punching the guy in the head. Happens 3 times. Where he's literally pushing the ref off. The ref gets thrown to the side. The guy's laying there, knocked out, still beating the shit out of him. The ref comes, takes him off again. Boom, boom.
So Jake Gyllenhaal's clearly the villain in this movie, right?
I wonder, it's got to be, do you think it's going to be a big part of the movie or a smaller part of the movie?
That's probably going to be, I bet that's the part in the movie where because is Connor the main character?
It's him and Jake.
I would imagine they're like, Connor, or whatever his character's name is, they're like, this guy's dangerous. And then they'd go to a flashback of him killing that guy.
So Connor's going to be the good guy.
If a guy is throwing the ref off to punch someone who's clearly incapacitated, you're a villain.
Yeah.
That's villain shit.
And the stuff he was saying at the weigh-ins. I don't know why I practiced.
And he slapped him.
Yeah. It's like, okay, Jake, you've got me convinced. Why don't we get you in a USADA testing pool and let's see how you do?
And you know what? It's probably like the guy that he slapped and beat probably already beat Connor's character. Mm-hmm. So it just shows how dangerous Jake Gyllenhaal's character is. They're like, you can't fight him. Look what he did to that guy.
Roadhouse. But
it's cool. Roadhouse too?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting it's the Patrick Swayze and there's like UFC in it.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be crazy. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Aljamain Sterling, Henry Cejudo had to be separated backstage. Dude, those guys are so cringy.
Well, he's the king of cringe.
I know. I'm only excited for this fight, Jobins, just to see who my boy Sean fights next. That's it. And then all this like theatrics they're doing right now, I'm not buying it. You guys are buddies. You're just trying to make a check. You're the next competition.
I mean, you got to sell the fight.
Did you see that Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler apparently hate each other now in The Ultimate Fighter? Some shit happened this past Friday. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to watch the show. I wonder how long it's going to be until we get to watch it.
Michael Chandler's going to probably lose if he tries to be a
think
showman.
so?
He needs a good game plan. He actually needs to be serious. He can't do stupid shit.
See, sometimes I feel silly when we say, oh, he's a showman. I don't think any fighter ever goes in there being like, if I just lose, fuck it. You know what I mean? He's got to have... You're wanting to win that fight every second of the fight if you're a fighter.
I mean, there's more efficient ways to win
Yeah.
than going in all-out brawls.
This is
Jon
true.
Jones didn't go in an all-out brawl, and he dominated.
Yeah.
And
like
he's
Tim said-
dominated other fights.
Yeah, like Tim said, it's just hard to control yourself when you got a guy hurt and you want to swarm him, and you just got to stay patient. And it's got to be fighting. Last night, Jobins was another reason why I believe UFC is one of the best sports
Or
organizations.
MMA.
Yeah, MMA. God, I'm an idiot. Blanking.
Yeah.
What do you think? No?
I mean, it definitely has the best roster. It's the staple. Of
Maybe the
MMA.
politics part of it and some of the decisions that get made definitely could be better. And fighters definitely need to be paid more. It does have its flaws. But man, it was a special night last night.
Yeah. That was, like you said, a special night for all of MMA, though, not just UFC. That was...
And then Bo Nickal. What did you think about Jamie Pickett trying to revoke that?
Yo, did you see it, though? Did you watch it again?
Was it on purpose?
It was definitely not on purpose, but it did happen. I don't think you could definitely take down someone way easier after kneeing them in the nuts, I promise.
Damn.
But you can't turn over that because he kept playing all the way through it, and like he survived for a long time in that arm triangle that he was in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you were recovered, I feel like, enough from the nut shot then. But he's arguing like that takedown would have never even happened. And it's like, maybe not. Maybe not.
Do you think they'll turn it over?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
But it still is shitty, though,
Yeah.
to get kneed like that and no one sees it.
Dude, fight of the night went to Jeff Neal and Shavkat.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
And then Shavkat coming in with that standing rear naked
That
choke.
was a scary one, dude. That's one that I'd be like, I tapped real quick just the fear for my life. People were saying it was like a bar choke, like someone that you get in a bar.
Yeah.
Dude, that was scary.
It was improvised. Like, it was
What a fight, though.
modified.
And then, what'd you think about Dana White giving him, saying, fuck it, I'm still going to pay Jeff for missing weight?
I think it's right. Because wasn't that a short notice fight anyway? Or no, was that one? He was just missed weight. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he put on such a good show. But if he hasn't made that exception in the past, I don't know how I feel about it. Why do it now?
Yeah. They're saying, and then now they want Colby Covington. They're saying it should be him versus.
Shavkat?
Yeah.
I thought, ooh, that's a good fight.
Right?
Colby needs to be tested by someone new. I like
I
it.
feel like Colby's going to be really small in that fight, right?
Yeah. I
Holy
mean,
fuck,
Shavkat's 6'1".
Colby's got to really get in there and grapple this motherfucker and take him down. But he's got good boxing. Who do you think wins the fight? Early prediction.
Shavkat's winning.
It'd be crazy to see Colby just get worked. We've never seen that. That'd be nuts. And then what'd you think of Gamrot split decision win over Jalen Turner?
It was impressive because Jalen Turner, I was like, he's too big. He's so long.
I wanted him to win.
Gamrot's takedowns were really good because it's hard to take down a guy that much bigger and longer than you.
Right?
But he did still get damaged in there too. That was a tough fight, split decision.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for Jalen Turner because that was a short notice fight for sure. Because Dan Hooker was supposed to fight Jalen Turner. He would have wrecked Dan, I think.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Dan Hooker's a fucking beast. That would have been a really good fight.
I think Jalen's grappling would have been better than.
They should still try and do that fight. They should try and still do that.
Yeah, like after that loss, come back and redeem yourself with that win. Yeah.
Yeah. Cody got his win. First time in a while.
Cody looked good too.
Yeah, Joe Rogan was praising him like a motherfucker.
He was. He was like, "Oh, it's the best Cody we've seen. That's a former champion right there."
When you think about it, though, it's crazy. It's like, damn, when you look at his resume, he was fighting all champions and all top people for a long time. So that was like, damn, hats off to Cody. What'd you think about Derek Brunson doing pretty damn well against Driscus? How do you say his name?
Driscus Duplessis.
Yeah, that was like, he was winning.
Yeah, was
right?
Was winning.
I wish our pod would have got released.
I had Driscus winning too, and he did.
I had Derek Brunson, and I don't think a lot of people saw that coming.
Dude, in the way that Driscus won, dude, you remember that? His corner had to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
And he was like knocked out, Jobins. His arms were extended outwards. Yep. I felt bad for him at that point. I never like seeing fighters in that position.
But damn, what a fight.
It was a good fight.
All the fights that night, dude, were just so good.
Yeah. It sucks too. It's like he had such a good performance and then you let yourself get wrecked like that.
Ugh. Dude, that's just fighting though. It's insane.
Driscus he's good. He could be next champ.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do some reviews. Great night of fights, Jobins. Let us know in the comments what you guys' thoughts were. We saw Knock at the Cabin in the Woods. What'd you think?
Damn, Knock at the Cabin was it was good. I mean, it was okay. It was okay. It was M. Night Shyamalan again, but I mean, I don't know how I feel about like the story, how it ended.
You're not an M. Night guy anymore. You've lost hope. You've abandoned ship on M. Night Shyamalan.
I didn't abandon ship. He abandoned ship. He is not the same M. Night, and he's not following his repertoire.
Dude, I thought Dave Bautista really killed it. I thought and you were kind of talking shit on the writing. I thought the writing was decent, at least with his part, and he just really sold it.
I think Dave Bautista did really well too. And before we watched that, you were like, me and you had a debate. We argued, saying that he's just not as good as The Rock or even John Cena. That was me saying that. I retract that statement. I think that Dave Bautista is perhaps better than both of them at acting.
I think we got more to come from Mr. Dave. I think we got more to come.
Yeah, he's a better actor than The Rock and John Cena. I think so.
You do?
His range is there. They haven't shown that same range. He was a character that was a softer character, teaches children. He's an elementary teacher.
We had a debate on this on the pod before, didn't we? I thought we had a little debate.
A little one.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought he did really well. The ending just wasn't as crazy shocking like we always wanted to be.
No plot twist, Jobins.
No plot twist. I think that was kind of the point. Like, oh, these guys weren't lying. I think that just was the point.
But we as the audience knew they weren't lying from the start.
Yeah. And I think it's just like the outlook. Like M. Night Shyamalan's outlook of what like people's problems and these kinds of problems and how they like affect everything. Because them sacrificing themselves, that was pretty cool. And it was hidden from the trailer. Every time, I don't want to give too much spoilers. But yeah, that was pretty cool. What would you give it? I'd give it good, decent writing. Not the worst M. Night Shyamalan. Not the best. I'd give it like a 6.7.
A 6.7?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Just go flat 6 on it. The reason is, like, I'm not going to go any higher is because Dave Bautista's performance really boosted it from that 4.5 I'd originally give it to a 6, just because I was like, damn, Dave, really good job with your acting here. I appreciate that. But if Dave Bautista's acting is the strongest part of this film, that's saying something. So I gave it a 6. I just not a very good plot twist. There was no plot twist. The writing was so. I just wasn't very engaged in like the story of like end times and all that. I don't know. It just wasn't. It was a one and done for me, and that's why it gets a 6.
A one and done. Boom. Cocaine Bear. Let's dive into Cocaine Bear. You got to go with it. And when you watch Cocaine Bear, you got to go in and just having fun with a movie. No expectations, no thinking. You just have fun with it.
It's inspired by true events. Okay, it's inspired.
It would be crazy if you saw a bear all jacked off on cocaine and coming at you. It'd be pretty terrifying. But what'd you think? What would you give that movie?
That movie gets a higher score for sure.
Really?
Than
See, I think I give Cocaine Bear a 6.5.
6.5. I give Cocaine Bear a 7.
What'd you think about the controversial kids doing cocaine scene?
I was fine with the controversial kids doing cocaine scene when they find the cocaine in the woods and they're like, "Oh, how do you try it?" And it's funny because they don't even know how to do cocaine or what it's
And
gonna do
you
to
kind
them.
of get scared. You're like, "Oh fuck, don't do that."
But I mean, at that age, you don't really think of consequences as much as like adults do. So I mean, it's not totally out of the realm of possibility a kid would do that.
Yeah.
So,
I was scared for him. I was like, "Oh my god, they don't know what cocaine is. They're about to die."
And no kids died in the film.
Yeah, no kids. Yeah, very controversial.
I would have done it a step further. I would have had one of the kids get wrecked by a bear.
I know. I thought that was gonna happen. It didn't. Oh well. But yeah, go check that out, Jobins. That one was fun.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ray Liotta, because he did really well in that film too.
I know.
And it was a funny. I liked the comedy in the film enough to keep me going with it too. And I could probably realistically, like on a date night or something, I could watch that again with a chick or something. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
that's not a one and done for me. So that's why it also is higher rated for me than Knock at the Cabin.
And it was cool seeing Ray Liotta be a bad guy one last time. And then they said in loving memory. It was like, oh damn. He was America's wise guy, dude. Yeah. It's sad that he's gone. But it's cool that he was still doing what he loved when he died in his sleep. So I mean, if you're gonna go out and he was like 60 something.
Yeah.
So he went out doing something he loved. He was on set of a movie.
And shout out to Elizabeth Banks because she really redeemed herself because she made Charlie's Angels remake. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the new Charlie's Angels that came out. That don't exist.
There was this.
Good job, Elizabeth Banks, on your directorial debut.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, she definitely made a fun movie. She did.
This is the first one.
Yeah.
Got someone with a motorcycle outside or something.
Sometimes when we hear them jets fly over Jobins, I'm like, this is it. This is the one.
Nah, someone's outside with something loud.
But there was another movie I saw. It was called like Meth Crocodile or something like that.
Meth Crocodile.
Methed out croc or some shit. And apparently it was in production before Cocaine Bear was even announced. So now we're just gonna have all these animals on drugs doing shit.
Acid alligators.
Let's make a porcupine.
Ooh, what's the pissed off porcupines?
PCP porcupine.
Well, I think badgers, right? Badgers are already vicious, so.
Yeah. Jobins. I got to give a shout out to Captain Tim, you, Brock, Sono, everyone at the fucking gym, Sugar Shane, everyone at Tim's gym. Jobins, I started jiu-jitsu. It'll be a month this Thursday that I've been going.
Nice.
Yeah. Everyone is so patient, welcoming, family feeling. You know what I mean? And Tim is such a good leader and guider and doing what he does. Like it's fascinating to watch. And it's been a lot of fun.
It's good to be around people that just want to do better themselves. When everyone has the goal of improvement, you know, it helps to have that energy around.
Yeah. I threw up again on my third class. I didn't throw up my second class, threw up my third class. I forget who I rolled with. I did 3 rolls. My last roll was with this younger kid. I'm sorry, I forget your name, brother. I think he was one of the brothers of one of the older guys there. And he looked probably like 15, 16, tall kid. And he's jumping at me, boom. I'm getting tossed. I'm just getting tossed in my ass, beat by everybody. You know what I mean? Then your buddy Richard from the bank.
Oh, yeah.
He's 280 pounds of muscle. Like my
I'll
belly.
have to tell him that.
Like my belly, you push my belly, Jobins, it's like a water bag. Richard has one of those bellies, like you push his belly and it's like my bicep. You know what I mean? And it's just, and he knows how to use it. I couldn't breathe. I tapped. I'm like, dude, I can't breathe. So yeah, going through that.
That's so funny, man. I have to tell him. He always calls me up at the bank, dude. He'd be like, man, jiu-jitsu's so fun. Thanks for showing me that.
It is fun.
So that's cool that you have that story.
We were worried about you because you didn't show up. Means I'm thinking in my head, man, Brendan's not here yet. And then we're actually getting ready to do our first.
I know. I didn't get out.
Yeah.
Until even after practice was over because it ends at 6:30. I got out of work at 6:40 because I was out 2 hours doing a business account opening. That just was like such a headache job and so much BS with it. But
it felt like a movie. It was like Tim was like, Schmidt, where's Brenden? I was like, yeah, I know. I was just thinking about too. I don't know. But it just, and everyone's doing jiu-jitsu. It just kind of felt like a movie scene. Like it's the beginning of a movie scene. Brendan's been kidnapped.
Mm-hmm. I know that is the nice thing too. People are like, "Where is he?" So if I did go missing, at least jiu-jitsu people are on alert.
Yeah, you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here. But no, it's so cool, and it's just a lot of fun being there with everybody. Fucking walking back to my car, threw up a little bit. I'm like, oh no, throw up at your car, because I threw up like in the middle of the road, and a couple people saw. I was a little embarrassed.
Hey, better outside than inside.
I know, so I'm like, all right, Ricky, just stop, make it to your car. And you know what I think it was? When I had a Gatorade, and it wasn't until I drank that Gatorade that I started feeling like wanting to throw up. So I don't know.
You probably needed that Gatorade though. The electrolytes staying hydrated.
I don't know if it was just because it was so cold and I was so hot. I don't know. Could have just fucked with me a little bit. But yeah, yacked. I can't wait till I can go to a practice and do all the live rolls. Sometimes I feel like there was 5 that time.
It'd be like, sometimes 6. I feel like sometimes really? It's crazy.
Yeah. So when there's a class that I can go the whole time, and God bless Tim and his sweetness, he comes over to me. Because, on the Timo Sugar Show, he's all like, you're going to fucking listen to what I'm fucking saying. I'm going to push you, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And he does, and he did. He pushed me. And I think he saw that I'm going to listen to him. He's Captain Sensei. I'm student in that building. And I feel that I'm just, I'm there. I want to get good at jiu-jitsu and learn and get in shape and everything. But I'm also there just to kind of like help just be a positive thing for everybody. You know what I mean? Be a teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he saw that. He sees that. He pushed me. I'm drenched in sweat. I'm dying. But God bless him. He comes up to me. He goes, after the first roll, he goes, all right, Schmidt. He goes, take a break. Take a break this time. And then do another one. And take a break again. Do another one. And you'll be done for the day. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like dying. I'm like, yeah, yes, sir, Captain. But I wanted, what I wanted to do when he said that? I felt good enough to where, oh, shit. I felt good enough to where I wanted to be like, no. And I almost didn't know if he wanted me, if he was like kind of testing me. I wanted to be like, no, I'm going to go again. But I'm glad I didn't, because after the second roll, I started cramping on my side, and I'm getting ready to roll with Chris, your buddy Chris.
Yeah.
And I made that a lot of fun too, because Chris, you always come home from jits and you tell me these war stories that you and Chris have and how he beat you. But
yeah.
But you love it because he's making you better, and you feel like you're helping him get better. He's even said it. So before we roll, I'm like, oh, I got a pain in my side. What is that? And he's like, oh, you're probably cramped. I'm like, oh man, And then time's clocking down, getting ready to go. And then I look at him, and I'm feeling good now. And I go, so you're the guy beating up on Brenden. And he goes, yeah. And then he's getting into it. He's like thriving off too. He's like getting ready. You know what I mean? Like he's getting ready to fight. He won't even, he's like doing the Jon Jones where he like won't even look at me. I go, oh, you like beating up on Brenden, don't you? And then, yeah, he submitted me in like 30 seconds because he flipped me. And I was like, ah! But then I'm using an excuse. I'm going to use it. We were getting ready to flip into people. And so I was like, yeah, let go. I was like, Brenden, let go.
Oh, you mean?
Not Brenden, Chris, my bad. Yeah, Chris. I was like, Chris, let go. I was thinking about your buddy Brenden for a second. And and then we stopped, and then I was like, I gave you that. We get up real quick. I was like, I gave you that because we were going to roll into people. Like, oh, let's go again. And then I dominated him.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, that's for Brenden. But dude, these jiu-jitsu people, they're down here, they're up there, they're behind your back, they're in front of you. They're doing all sorts of shit that I just don't know yet. You know what I mean? And I'm just using my body and like feeling where they're trying to be strong and just squashing it. Right now, I'm just squashing everything. I wish I knew how to set things up. I'm learning. We learned sweeps. I learned 3 sweeps that day. And the week before, I was learning how to escape from guard or pull guard. So see, I'm learning some shit. I'm learning terms. Man.
You learn the basics like that, which I'm still always trying to work on. Yeah. We keep getting better.
Yeah. Some of those sweeps, though, with Big Schmidt is hard to do. You know what I mean?
Which one is the
scissor.
hard one? The
scissor one.
That's tough. It is a
The
tough
scissor one is hard. I'm like, damn. And then I forget the name of it, but it's the one where you go underneath the leg and you use your left leg.
The pendulum.
The pendulum.
Sweet.
Jobins, the pendulum. Shout out Kevin. I was rolling with big tall Kevin. He's like, he's a blue belt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Being super patient with me, teaching me, being cool, making me feel good, saying some nice shit as we're doing it. But he was like, all right, we'll just call this one the Schmitty one. Because I was having such a fucking hard time doing it. He's being nice and just like going with it. But fuck, that was tough. You got to be agile.
I'm sure you got the Kimura one down pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, a sweep?
Mm-hmm.
There's a Kimura sweep?
Yeah, where it's like you're going for the Kimura and then you just bust out and you explode.
We didn't do that
on your hip, and then you're like pretty much in full mount from there. I mean, it doesn't always work because there's a lot of people are going to be ready for that sweep, but it's still one.
We just did the one where you grab them, you put your arm across them, and you grab their sleeve, and then you just flip them over.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty. That was the first one. It was just like a real basic one. Then we did the scissor, and then we did the other one. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, Jobins. I'm already a little upset that I didn't. Not a little, a lot upset that I didn't start when you did.
Oh,
I'd be a beast
you would
right
be
now.
a beast right now.
We'll see. A year from now, I'll either be fucked up like, oh yeah, Jobins, I had my knee surgery.
Yo, you're Jon Jones size, bro.
I know, right?
You're GOAT size.
Damn. So yeah, shout out everyone on there. Shout out Tim. Shout out you. Inspiring me all the time, brother.
Thanks, brother.
And you killed it again. I'm saying it again. You killed it on Tim's podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
I got my best co-host right here.
Yeah, same.
We're already at 1 hour and 7 minutes. Jobins, we'll see you next time. Episode 111. We had some more shit to talk about.
I know, dude. Shout out to Power Slap, March 11th.
Yep, that's this weekend. Fuck. We've been everyone hates it. We love it. And the ad they made for the final championship, that was fire.
It was pretty hard.
It was fire. Everyone's shitting on it.
Yep.
We'll keep watching.
We'll watch hopefully maybe the last Power Slap event, first and last ever.
We'll maybe see.
Yep.
We'll see.
On Rumble, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for the love and support and watching our show. We appreciate you guys. See you next week.
Much love.